सो हेलो, हाउ आर यू? राइट, कुछ सेट के पेपर सॉल्यूशन आपके साथ लेके आए हैं। क्विकली हम लोग करने वाले हैं 3 पेपर का सॉल्यूशन। लास्ट वीक के अंदर 2018, 19 और 20 के तीनों पेपर को आप देख लेना। यहाँ पे मैंने सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस को डिस्कस किया है, राइट, और आप भी इन सब क्वेश्चंस को समझने का प्रयास करना, राइट। आई वांट यू टू स्कोर 40 आउट ऑफ 40 फॉर गुड सेट, राइट। क्या क्या करना है इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे गुड सेट के लिए, वो सब कुछ मैंने प्लेलिस्ट बना के डाल दिया है। ये एक नया वीडियो आपके लिए, अगर आप रिफ्रेश करना चाहते हैं 2018, 19 और 20 के पेपर्स in a short period of time. Thank you so much. Let's get started. So let us solve GoodSet 2018's paper, right? So let's get started right away. Question number 1. If the edge length of body centered unit cell is about 400 picometer, right? Then what will be the approximate radius, right, of the atom? So if we have a body centered unit cell, we have to take the body diagonal C, which is definitely, as you know, is root 3 of A, which is equal to 4R. So the radius is going to be root 3 divided by 4 multiplied by A. So A is 400 picometer. So A is 400 divided by 4, which is going to be 100. And so 100 multiplied by 1.73, your answer, not approximately but exactly, would be 173 picometer. Question number 2. Which of the following is ferromagnetic substance? MnO, CrO2, O2 and Fe3O4. So ferromagnetic substance definitely is going to be MnO, manganese oxide is going to be ferromagnetic substance. What is the normality of aqueous solution having H2SO4? pH is equal to 1. So definitely the pH is equal to 1. So therefore H plus concentration, समझना ध्यान से, H plus concentration is 10 raised to power minus 1. And so therefore the H2SO4 concentration, sulfuric acid's concentration in molarity has to be half than this. So that is 0.1 divided by 2. 0.05 molar. If you want normality of that means you have to multiply by 2, so it is going to be 0.1 normal. So here is your answer, option A, right? Normality is asked, not molarity. Which of the following mixture is non-ideal solution? Chlorobenzene and bromobenzene, benzene toluene, chloroform acetone and bromoethane chloroethane. Definitely chloroform and acetone. Which solution is isotonic with 6% W by V solution of urea, right? Molar mass is 60 gram per mole, right? So we want to find out isotonicity. So 6% W by V is actually equal to 6 divided by 0.1 for 100 ml divided by 60. So it is 1 molar urea. That 1 molar urea, because it has got only one particle, NaCl's concentration should be 0.5 multiplied by 2. NaCl, since it is dissociating substance, will have the same number of particle for half the concentration, right? Are you getting it? Very good. And which of the metal container aqueous solution of CuSO4 can be stored, right? Can it be the Fe or nickel or Ag or aluminium? So what should not happen is that CuSO4 should not be able to reduce itself. The copper plus 2 should not be able to reduce itself. The metal should not be able to oxidize itself. So from the values which are given, nickel, aluminium and Fe, because these values are way more as compared to the copper value, they will oxidize, right? The copper's reduction potential is 0.34 and silver's reduction potential is 0.80. So when copper sulfate is placed into silver, silver is not going to oxidize and the copper is not going to reduce, right? So therefore it is the only one, which is option C, silver. For how much time 10 ampere current should be passed to the dilute NiSO4 solution during the electrolysis using inert electrode in order to get 5.85 gram nickel? Okay, 5.85 gram nickel, can you understand that this is 0.1 mole, right? For 0.1 mole, we require 0.2 Faraday, because obviously 1 mole of nickel will require 2 Faraday. So 0.2 Faraday is equal to 0.2 multiplied by 96,500 divided by your ampere value, which is 10. So it is 965 multiplied by 2, which is 1930 second. Option A would be your answer. Right? Clear? Which of the following oxidation potential for the following hydrogen cell 1 bar and 25 degrees Celsius temperature pH value is given? pH is equal to 3. Okay, ठीक है, find out करते हैं. E cell is equal to E naught cell, which is 0 minus 0.059 divided by 1 log of H plus, right? And minus log of H plus is pH, so 0.059 multiplied by 3, almost 0.06 multiplied by 3 is 0.18. So that should be option A and not option B, because it is lesser than 0.18. Which one ore does not contain carbonate? Malachite, does siderite, does calamine, does zincite, is just zinc oxide. Okay. Which is the correct order of metallurgy for extraction of copper metal? Is it concentration, roasting, smelting and bessemerization process? Is it concentration, smelting and roasting? This is false. Roasting should be done first. Concentration, smelting and bessemerization, roasting. Definitely roasting will not come in the last. And concentration, roasting, bessemerization and smelting. Okay, bessemerization gives you the copper, but smelting should be done before that. Bessemerization will give you the 96 to 98% pure copper, right? How many grams of chlorine will be obtained by complete reaction of 31.6 gram potassium permanganate with hydrochloric acid? Okay, so what we have to do, chlorine gas KMnO4 के साथ बनाएंगे from hydrochloric acid. So the reaction in acidic medium, manganese does decrease to +2 and the chlorine definitely will get oxidized to HCl to Cl2. If you balance the reaction, we need 5 electrons here and we need 2 electrons to be released from here. So LCM लेंगे 2 times and 2 times और इसको हमने multiply किया 5 times से यहाँ पे 5Cl2. So this will be the balanced redox reaction, right? Now, how many grams of chlorine gas will be obtained by the complete reaction of 31.6 gram potassium permanganate? The molecular mass is given, which is 316. If you go for 2 mole of KMnO4, you actually going to get 5 moles of chlorine, which is 5 multiplied by 71 gram of chlorine. You can pause if you want to understand further, right? अगर आपको वापस थोड़ा टाइम चाहिए तो बीच पे pause कर देना. 2 moles gives you 5 into 71 gram of chlorine. So 2 is 316 multiplied by 2. So for 31.6, how much quantity will be there? So it is 31.6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 71 divided by 2 and 316. So this is going to be 10, right? 5 2s are, right? So it is 35.5 divided by 2. It is going to be 17.75. Option B will be your answer, right? It's the best way to do this, right? You have to balance according to redox reaction in acidic medium, right? What is the structure of XeOF4? It's very simple. Xenon has got 8 electrons in the outermost orbit, 4 of which are being balanced by fluorine, 2 of which are shared with oxygen, and 1 lone pair. So it's a square pyramidal. Option C is your answer. Which one is not allylic halide? 1-chlorobutene. Okay, let's try it out. It's 2-butene. And the first is containing chlorine, so definitely it is allylic. 1-chloro-1-butene, obviously it's the vinylic one because we have double bond and at the same position we have got chloro, so this is not allylic. Option B is your answer. Cyclohex 1 in 3-chloro, okay, so it's double bond here and we have got chlorine here, so it is the allylic one. And 3-chloroprop 1 in 3-chloro, right? And prop 1 in, this is also allylic in nature, right? Easy. Which one of the main organic product obtained by the reaction of 2,2,2 trichloroethanol with the calcium hydroxide, right? So 2,2,2 trichloroethanol, which is chloroform actually, chloral actually. with calcium hydroxide CaOH twice gives you chloroform? Yes, option A. That's a main product. Chloral when with calcium hydroxide gives you chloroform. Which one of the following is optically inactive? 2-hydroxypropanoic acid is optically active. It's actually lactic acid. 2,3-dichlorobutane would be optically active since we have got 2 chiral carbons, right? If it was meso, it will be optically inactive, but still. 3-chlorobut1ene, 3-chlorobut1ene, this does have optically active carbon. 2,2-dichloropentane, 2,2-dichloropentane, this has no sign of being optically active, right? So that is option D. Meso in the second one, option B, would be optically inactive, but the rest of the 2 isomers are going to be optically active. Which of the following organic products from the following has the least boiling point? Okay, so if you have reduced it, 1-propanol, 2-propanol, this will be 1-propanol, and this will be 1-propanol. So 3 of them are giving us 1-propanol, and one of them is giving us 2-propanol, and you guess what would be the answer? It's definitely option B, 2-propanol. Okay. Which one is the final product obtained by reaction of a Grignard reagent with ethyl magnesium bromide with propanol? So if you have the propanol, that means the product is definitely going to be a tertiary alcohol with how many carbons? With 5 carbons. So ethyl and propyl, 5 carbon. Pentane 2-ol definitely is the secondary one. 2-methyl butane 2-ol, yes, 5 carbons, tertiary. Pentane 1-ol, primary. 3-methyl butane 2-ol, it's the secondary one. So option B would be your answer. Okay. Want me to write the reactions? Right? It's easy one. So I'm not writing the reaction, but you can if you want to learn it further. Right? Aspirin, acetoxybenzoic acid, 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. Where is it? Option A. ये देखो acetoxy group है, benzoic acid यहाँ पे, 2-acetoxybenzoic acid. Which is this one? What is this one? यहाँ पे है 2-acetoxyphenol. Okay. और यहाँ पे क्या है? ये है एस्टर है लेकिन मिथाइल बेंजोएट है और वो कार्बोक्सिल ग्रुप के साथ वो भी. और ये है मिथाइल सैलिसिलेट, इसका नाम है मिथाइल सैलिसिलेट. This also is the component which is used in balm. The units of rate constant and the rate of reaction are the same reaction. What will be the order of reaction? If it is same for rate and rate constant, the rate is actually equal to K into concentration raised to power 0. It's definitely the zero order process. At 27 degrees Celsius temperature, time required for 75% completion is 20 seconds. Okay. What will be the rate constant? अब अगर क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑर्डर बोल दिया है 75% कंप्लीशन के लिए, है ना, तो 50% के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? फर्स्ट 10 seconds for the 50%, next for again 25%. So 75% reaction gets completed into 20 seconds. 50% gets completed into 10. Rate constant क्या होगा? Which is going to be 0.693 divided by our T half. So it's going to be 0.0693. कहाँ है? 0.0693 second inverse. Option B. Which statement is incorrect for a catalyst? It decreases the activation energy of the reaction. It decreases the proportion of products, increases the proportion of products in less time. It does not affect the equilibrium constant. It increases the free energy change for the reaction. Okay, let's see. It decreases the energy of activation of the reaction. That is true. It gives you another pathway with lesser energy of activation. Increases the proportion of products in less time. Yes, you can say that because it increases the rate of reaction. dP by dt will get increased. It does not affect the equilibrium constant. That is definitely true. It does not alter the equilibrium constant. But what it does is it remains the free energy constant. यहाँ पे बोला है free energy change increase होगा ना, that's not happening. Delta H, delta G are unaffected. During the electrophoresis of the colloidal salt, FeOH thrice particles, these are positively charged particles, so they move towards नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड. अब नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड ध्यान रखना कौन सा नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रोड, दे मूव टूवर्ड्स कैथोड बिकॉज व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज वी गोइंग फॉर इलेक्ट्रोलाइसिस बेसिकली, right? So don't go for electrochemical cells negative, it is electrolytic cells negative, right? In manufacturing of sulfuric acid in presence of platinum catalyst, the metal impurity which acts as a catalytic poison, कौन catalytic poison की तरह काम करेगा? So it is copper which can hinder the reaction. Which ion has the least value of theoretical magnetic moment? So it is 1.73. इससे तो कम क्या होगा, diamagnetic हो जाएगा. 4s0 3d6 चार 4.90 बोहर मैग्नेटॉन, 3.87 for the third one, and v plus 3 4s0 3d, so it is again 3.87 I guess. 4 अच्छा सॉरी एक इलेक्ट्रॉन और कम कर दिया हमने, v plus 3 है इसलिए 4s0 3d 1 2 3, तो हो जाएगा 4s0 3d2 2.83. okay, titanium plus 3 has only one electron in d, so it is 1.73, which is your right answer. Which of the following mixtures can form alloy? Fe, Mn, Mg. Mg definitely is out of place. Sodium is out of place. Fe, nickel, chromium, yes, and nickel, sodium is out of place. They are not having same electronic configuration or are not in the same group, so they are discarded. Which is incorrect? K4NiCN4 is a square planar. It's tetrahedral. K2NiCN4 is paramagnetic. ओहो हो, पहला तो गलत है ही, दूसरा वाला भी गलत है, तो इट इज डायमैग्नेटिक इन नेचर. दोनों गलत. K2NiCN4 is diamagnetic because K2NiCl is paramagnetic. True. K4NiCN4 and both have the same magnetic moment. Yes, they are zero. K2NiCl4 and K4NiCN4 have same geometrical isomers, shapes. That is true. Tetrahedral. The aqueous solution of which of the following complex has the least conductivity under identical conditions? Hexa, aqua, chromium 3 chloride will have how many particles? Will have 4 particles, right? Tetra, aqua, dichlorido, chromium 3 chloride, so definitely will have 2 ions. and draw कर देता हूँ compound, right? ये इनका फेवरेट है, पूछते ही रहते हैं. CrH2O6 and Cl3. So how many particles will have? 4 particles or 4 ions you can say. For tetra aqua H2O for 4 times. So Cl will be 2 times inside the box and 1 would be outside the box. So how many ions? 2 ions. Penta aqua chlorido. So 5 पानी के मॉलिक्यूल अंदर है, 1 क्लोरीन अंदर, बाहर 2 क्लोरीन, तो यहाँ पे बनेंगे 3 आयंस, यहाँ पे 2, यहाँ पे 4. और ट्राई एक्वा ट्राई क्लोरिडो, आयंस तो 0 बनेंगे, एक ही एंटिटी है एक्चुअली. सो ऑब्वियसली ऑप्शन ए इज योर आंसर, राइट? ये पूछते रहते हैं बार बार लगातार. विच इज़ फेशियल आइसोमर? भाई फेशियल में क्या होगा? MA3B3 होगा. सो डेफिनेटली ऑप्शन बी वुड बी योर आंसर, फेशियल एंड मेरिडियनल. Which of the following is not the final product obtained by cross aldol for ethanol and propanol? So we can have 2 carbon compound, we can have 3 carbon compound and 2 carbon compound. So either a 4 carbon compound or a 6 carbon compound or a 5 carbon compound, right? Butenol, 2-methyl pentane 6 carbon वाला and 3-methyl butenol and pent2enol. चेक करते हैं, right? Butenol क्या ये बन सकता है? यहाँ पे CHO और एल्कीन 2 कार्बन कंपाउंड. यस, इट इज़ पॉसिबल, राइट? पेंट2इनॉल 1 2 3 4 5 डबल बॉन्ड यहाँ पे है और CHO यहाँ पे है और CH3 सेकेंड पोजीशन पे है. यस, इट इज़ पॉसिबल, कंप्लीटली पॉसिबल. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं अल्फ़ा पे अनसैचुरेशन है, राइट? दिस इज़ द अल्फ़ा कार्बन. सो यहाँ पे आपका कंपोनेंट जो होगा, आपको CHO वाले बाजू वाले कार्बन पे डबल बॉन्ड होने वाला है. 3-methyl butenol, राइट? सो डबल बॉन्ड यहाँ पे और CHO और 3 पे होगा मिथाइल ग्रुप CH3. कैन इट हैपन? यहाँ पे अगर कीटोन होता तो ऐसा हो सकता, लेकिन अगर प्रोपेनॉल और इथेनॉल है, सो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल, राइट? दिस इज अ क्रॉस aldol प्रोडक्ट ऑफ एसीटोन विद CH3CHO. And let's go for pent2enol 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 5 कार्बन ही है. पेंटूइनाल। एक कार्बन मैंने ज़्यादा कर दिया है, इसको कम कर देते हैं। ओके, कैन इट हैपन? Yes, it definitely is possible. CH3, CH2, CHO, प्रोपेनाल एंड इथेनॉल, यहाँ पे पॉसिबिलिटी है। सो 5 कार्बन ये पॉसिबल है, 4 कार्बन और ये सब पॉसिबल है, लेकिन ये पॉसिबल नहीं है। दिस वुड बी फ्रॉम एसीटोन एंड इथेनॉल। सो यहाँ पे आपका आंसर है 3 मिथाइल ब्यूटूइनॉल, ऑप्शन सी। क्लियर? मजेदार। Which is the main functional group of acrolein? Acrolein is what? Prop-2-ene nitrile. So it's a nitrile group. Acrolein is a compound, right? Vinyl cyanide. Which of the following compound upon oxidation gives isothalic acid? So isothalic acid. Thalic acid is para. Yes or no? No. Thalic acid is ortho. Isothalic acid is meta. Para is called terthalic acid, right? So which one? Xylene, xylene, xylene. Obviously not cresol. Which one would you oxidize to get the meta product? Definitely metaxylene, option B. If you oxidize this, if it is option A, you get thalic acid. For option C, you get terthalic acid. Okay? Which is the oxidized product when the benzene diazonium chloride reacts with phosphonic acid in presence of water? So understand one thing, the H3PO2 reduces the phenol. So that means what happens is it gives you benzene, but the phosphonic acid gets oxidized to H3PO3, which is the oxidized product. The reduced product will be benzene, but यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन आपको ये पूछा है कि ऑक्सीडाइज्ड प्रोडक्ट कौन सा है? So H3PO2 is oxidized to H3PO3. Which of the following compounds is the most basic in nature? Aniline, or the one which is having the methoxy group in the para position, or the chlorine, or the nitro? The electron withdrawing group, they decrease the basicity, increase the acidity, that's another case, but here we are talking about basicity. So electron withdrawing group जो हैं वो basicity को decrease करते हैं, whereas donor group वो increase करता है। most basic कौन होगा? option B will be your answer. The number of sigma and pi in orange azo dye are respectively how much and how much? Okay, so sigma and pi, what you need to do is draw the orange azo dye. If you don't know, you have to understand, आपको वो स्ट्रक्चर पता होना चाहिए। सो यहाँ पे है azobenzene, right, whereas you have the hydroxyl group here. Okay, so if we calculate the sigma in benzene, it will be 6 and 6 will be 12, right? So it will be 12 sigma here, 12 sigma here, और यहाँ पे एक सिग्मा आपको ये वाला कैलकुलेट करना पड़ेगा, तो एक सिग्मा ये वाला नाइट्रोजन। सो टोटल होने वाले हैं 24 + 1, यहाँ पे हो गया 25, और हाइड्रोक्सिल ग्रुप का एक सिग्मा ये हो जाएगा आपका कितना? ये हो जाएगा आपका 26। सो 26 and 7 पाई, ऑप्शन ए इज़ योर आंसर। थोड़ा सा ध्यान से कैलकुलेट करना, गड़बड़ हो सकती है। मैंने बेंजीन के 6 और 6 12 ऐसे सिग्मा ले लिया, CC वाले और CH वाले, राइट? और अब अगर वो H को सब्सटीट्यूट करके कोई और ग्रुप डाल रहा है, फिर भी सिग्मा तो सिग्मा ही है ना। क्लियर है? ओके, सो 12 सिग्मा, नाइट्रोजन एक और सिग्मा, और O-H एक और सिग्मा, बाकी पाए 7। विच इज प्यूरीन बेस? ऑब्वियसली एडेनिन, ग्वानिन आर प्यूरीन्स, cytosine, uracil, thymine are pyrimidine. Which of the following amino acid has pH greater than 7? So which one is basic in nature, right? Lysine, glutamic acid, alanine, glycine. Alanine and glycine are neutral, glutamic acid is acidic, so lysine is the one which is basic in nature. Okay, the correct formula, just a second, I'll just remove the text. Yeah. So which of the following correct formula for pteryline? Pteryline is the para position, carboxylic group or the ester group, dimethyl terthalate with ethylene glycol. So it has to be the para position, that is true, the ethylene glycol, that is true, and we have the ester group, that is also true. यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं ये कौन सा पोजीशन आपको दिख रहा है, मेटा पोजीशन, सो विच इज़ रॉन्ग. इट डज नॉट हैव the O at the para position, it has the C double bond O. Again, it's a meta position, so this is wrong. Option A is the only correct answer. Okay, let's go for 38. क्या कह रहा है 38? Which are the monomers of bunan? Bunan is nitrile rubber. Bunan क्या है, nitrile rubber है. So vinyl cyanide and buta 1,3-diene, buta 1,3-diene and proptoene 1-nitrile is the answer. Option A is your answer, right? Choose the correct option for the suitable match between column 1 and column 2. Artificial sweetener, food preservative, antioxidant and food color. Carotene, caramel, tetrazine and arnetto are colors, so the S one is going to be L. Now, artificial sweetener, aspartame, saccharines, sucralose and elitame. So first one, the P one, is going to be the elitame, which is artificial sweetener. So first P is N and then we have the last one which is L. So इसी से आंसर आई गेस आ गया है. नहीं, ओके, Q और R भी डिस्कस करेंगे, ठीक है. एंटीऑक्सीडेंट क्या होने वाला है आपका, ascorbic एसिड, राइट, और फूड प्रिजर्वेटिव क्या होने वाला है, सॉर्बिक एसिड. सो Q इज O एंड R इज M. ऑप्शन आ गया आपका, ऑप्शन ए ही आपका आंसर सही आंसर है. And the 40th question, which of the following drugs gives relief from anxiety and stress? Anxiety. Luminal, aspirin, ofloxacin, mestranol. It's definitely the luminal, right? Which are barbituric acid derivatives, seconal, veronal, luminal, nambutol, and so on and so forth. So this will also relieve you from stress or anxiety, right? तो चलिए इस सेशन को यहाँ पे समाप्त करते हैं, आगे और कंटिन्यू करते हैं. सो आइए चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं गुड सेट 2019 के पेपर के सॉल्यूशन का, राइट. सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन कमिंग ऑन योर वे इज एलिमेंट ए एंड बी डू नॉट फॉर्म एन एलॉय बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट, राइट. सो देयर आर 4 ऑप्शंस ऑब्वियसली, और इसमें आपको चूज करना है कि कौन सी ऐसी रीज़न की वजह से जो एलॉय है वो नहीं बन पा रहा ए और बी के अंदर. ओके, सो चलिए शुरुआत करते हैं. सबसे पहले है बोथ एलिमेंट्स हैव सिमिलर crystal structure. If it is there, that means they will form alloy. Radius of A is 115 picometer, whereas that of B is 187 picometer. So definitely, if the radius is this much different, which is almost 30-40% different, it will not be able to making the alloy, right? A will not make the alloy with B, or B will not make the alloy with A. Both are members of the same group. This has to be the property. Similar sizes के लिए या similar electronic configuration के लिए, and that same thing is option D. Same electronic configuration would allow A and B to make alloys and not prevent it. Okay. Question number 2. What is the correct energy for orbitals in a tetrachlorido-nickelate 2 complex? Basically what they are asking is Ml4 complex के अंदर जो crystal filled splitting होता है, crystal filled split जो होता है, वो split जो है वो कैसा है. Basically, in the octahedral one, we have got T2G and EG. There are 3 orbitals below and 2 orbitals above, which are DXY, DYZ, DZX having lower energy, whereas Z square and X square dash Y square having higher energy. In the tetrahedral one, it will be the opposite. So, the 2, which are DX square dash Y square and the Z square, will be having the lower energy, whereas the XY, YZ, ZX will be having the higher energy. That is option C is your answer. Which of the following complex is the most stable one? Look for the ligand which is the most strong ligand and you'll get the complex which is the strongest one or the most stable one, right? So ammonia, chlorine, fluorine and H2O, definitely it is the ammonia which is the most strong ligand, and that's why the cobalt with the ammonia is going to give us the most stable complex compound. The primary valency, the secondary valency of the metal ion and the number of ions produced in the aqueous solution will be what? Okay, so it is KCOOX twice, NH3 twice, right? The easiest one to identify is number of ions. So how many ions are there? 2 ions are getting produced, 1 potassium, 1 complex ion. Cobalt having the oxidation state which is +3 because oxalate is -2, so potassium is +1, so +3. And if you look at the secondary valency, oxalate is a bidentate and the ammonia is a monodentate ligand. So 2 2s are 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So 3, 6 and 2 would be your answer. Option C is your correct answer. Rather than elimination, go for the direct answer here. Which of the following complexes possess meridional? Okay, so it's easy one. Meridional, the facial and meridional exist with Ma3B3 compounds. So where is Ma3B3 compound? Here it is. Option A would be your answer. Okay. Which of the following compound undergo aldol condensation? The one which is having alpha hydrogen. Formaldehyde does not have alpha carbon, so obviously there is no possibility of alpha hydrogen. Trichloroacetaldehyde does have the alpha carbon, but all the hydrogens are being substituted by the chlorine, and trimethyl in that hydrogen are getting substituted by the methyl group. So definitely the acetaldehyde is the only one which is having alpha hydrogens, and that's why the aldol condensation reaction will happen with that. Okay, benzoyl chloride and sodium benzoate. Okay, so sodium benzoate is already having a COO group and you reacted with acid derivative. What is going to happen? It is going to give us the N-hydride that we are looking for, COCl onto benzene. So it should be benzoic N-hydride, and that is your option D, right? Okay, P with KMNO for KOH gives you Q, the Q with the soda lime, right, gives you R, and then you go for methylation, it gives you S. If P and S are toluene, so starting with toluene, ending with toluene, so what is the Q and R? So if you oxidize toluene, you are definitely going to give the benzoic acid, get the benzoic acid, and with soda lime that decarboxylation happens, so we get benzene. So Q is exactly benzoic acid and R is benzene, so that is definitely option C. You can write the reaction if you want. Type of the hybridization of N and CN-C bond angle into CH3 thrice N. So this is a tertiary amine, and obviously the hybridization of N, because nitrogen has sp3 configuration into the ammonia, same is happening here, so it will be sp3 here, right? And what should be the angle? Now it is carbon, nitrogen and carbon. Can it be exactly 109 degrees and 28 minutes, right? Yes or no? Kya ho sakta hai aisa? The answer is no. Since there is a nitrogen having the lone pair and the bonding pair repulsion is going to be lesser, so definitely it should be the A which is your answer and not the C, right? Okay, identify this X and Y in the following reaction. Benzene diazonium chloride with copper powder with HCl, this is Gattermann reaction, giving you definitely chlorobenzene. And chlorobenzene under the influence of Cu2O catalyst and a temperature and pressure goes for ammonolysis. So we have chlorobenzene, and if you ammonolyze that substance, you are going to get NH2 onto benzene, which is aniline. So where are the options? Option A is the right answer. Why glucose is called glucopyranose? Okay, glucose is aldohexose, is a cyclic compound having 5 carbon atoms and 1 oxygen atom. Okay, ketohexose hai ya fir cyclic having 6 carbon atoms. Definitely it's not true. There are no 6 carbon atoms in a cyclic component. There is 5, and that is why it's called pyran ring. So glucose is called glucopyranose for that particular reason. Which protein is present in muscle is insoluble into water? पानी के अंदर कौन soluble नहीं है, right? Keratin, insulin, albumin and myosin, right? समझना ध्यान से, ये जो keratin है, इंसुलिन, ये सारे के सारे प्रोटीन तो है, लेकिन आपको ये पूछा है कि इसमें से कौन पानी के अंदर इनसॉल्युबल है, राइट? हाँ, ये समझना काफ़ी ज़रूरी. तो मायोसिन इज गोइंग टू बी इनसॉल्युबल इनटू वाटर. क्या होगा? ये फाइब्रस प्रोटीन पानी के अंदर सॉल्युबल नहीं होगा. ओके, हाँ, बाकी सब तो आपको समझ में आ गया. ओके, गिव द T and F फॉर ट्रू एंड फॉल्स. ऑब्वियसली साइटोसिन इज अ डेरिवेटिव ऑफ पिरिमिडीन. अगर आपको ये पता है तो आपको तुरंत आंसर आ जाएगा. हाँ, बोलो, पिरिमिडीन का है कि नहीं डेरिवेटिव? व्हाट इज पिरिमिडीन? याद है आपको? प्यूरिन, पिरिमिडीन, दो तरह के नाइट्रोजन बेस है. सो A and G, एडेनिन एंड ग्वानिन. फिर साइटोसिन, यूरासिल, थायमिन, पिरिमिडीन. तो ये भाई पहला सही है और देखा ऑप्शन में तो भाई एक सही वाला एक ही ऑप्शन है, राइट. ओके, फिर भी चेक कर लेते हैं बाकी सब जो है वो सही तो लिखे है ना. बीटा डी रिबोज इज प्रेजेंट इन डीएनए, गलत बात, फॉल्स हो गया अभी ये. डीऑक्सी रिबोज, यस. रिबोज, नो. द मैसेज फॉर द सिंथेसिस ऑफ स्पेसिफिक प्रोटीन इज प्रेजेंट इन आरएनए, राइट. अब ये सिंथेसिस ऑफ स्पेसिफिक प्रोटीन हैज टू बी एमआरएनए, right? Okay, so that is not perfectly true, right? DNA is responsible for maintaining the identity of different species of organism for 1 century. Yes, that is true, right? So TFFT would be the right one. Number 14, pteryline. Right, pteryline, terphthalic acid and ethylene glycol. या you can use the dimethyl terphthalate, जो कि उसका एस्टर होता है. डाइमिथाइल टरथैलेट इज एन एस्टर. सो इफ यू यूज द डाइमिथाइल टरथैलेट विद इथिलीन ग्लाइकॉल यू कैन गेट द सेम प्रोडक्ट. सो वेयर इज इट? इट इज ऑप्शन बी, डाइमिथाइल टरथैलेट विद इथिलीन ग्लाइकॉल, और यू कैन यूज terphthalic acid. Which of the following has a property of flexibility, right? This question has been derived from PHBV, right? पॉलीहाइड्रोक्सी ब्यूटरेट को बीटा हाइड्रोक्सी वैलरेट. सो यहाँ पे आपके पास दो चीज़ें हैं. कौन सी चीज़ें हैं वो समझ लो ध्यान से. अल्फा हाइड्रोक्सी कंपोनेंट होता है. ये देखो, ये अल्फा है, ये बीटा है. यहाँ पे तो भाई कुछ और ही चल रहा है. यहाँ पे अल्फा है, राइट, बीटा है, और यहाँ पे कुछ और ही चल रहा है. तो ये दोनों तो निकल गए, बराबर. अल्फा पे OH और बीटा पे OH, तो बीटा पे OH होना चाहिए बीटा हाइड्रोक्सी ब्यूटरिक एसिड एंड बीटा हाइड्रोक्सी वैलेरिक एसिड. यहाँ पे ये वैलेरिक एसिड है. वैलेरिक एसिड इज अ 5 कार्बन एसिड और 4 कार्बन वाला ब्यूटरिक एसिड है. सो यू डेफिनेटली नो विच वन गिव्स द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी एंड विच वन गिव्स यू द स्ट्रेंथ. ओके, सो ऑप्शन सी इज गोइंग टू गिव अस द फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी. What is cellulose diastereate? अब सेल्यूलोज है हमारे पास, और सेल्यूलोज में हमने असाइलेशन कर दिया, मतलब कि जो नेचुरल हमारे पास पॉलीमर था उसका हमने असाइलेशन किया. सो इट्स डेफिनेटली अ सेमी सिंथेटिक पॉलीमर. What is the packing efficiency arrangement in body centered cubic? 52% से ज़्यादा 68% होता है. That is easy. Which of the following compounds show both Schottky and Frankel? Schottky और Frankel दोनों किस में है? AgBr में, सिल्वर ब्रोमाइड में. Calculate the want-off factor I for an aqueous solution of K3FeCN6 having degree of dissociation alpha is equal to 0.778. So alpha is 0.778 is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. How many particles are there? देखो K3FeCN6 में आपके पास 4 पार्टिकल होंगे, तो यहाँ पे 3 मल्टीप्लाई करो 0.778 multiply by 3, 0.778 multiply by 3 plus 1 is going to be your I value. So almost 3 के आसपास आएगा, 3 से थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा, 3.334 will be your answer. This definitely is 2.4 के नज़दीक plus 1, so 3.4 के नज़दीक आंसर. If the molality of a 0.05 and elevation in boiling point 0.16, the molar elevation constant. इतना बच्चों जैसा क्वेश्चन पूछा है. Kb is equal to what? डेल्टा TB upon m. डेल्टा TB कितना है भाई? डेल्टा TB है 0.16 और m कितना है? मोलालिटी which is 0.05. So it's going to be 16 by 5. Yes or no? So मतलब कितना 3.2. The value of which of the following unit of concentration does not change with temperature? Molality, normality, formality. Obviously, the molality does not change with temperature as it does not have the volume. It has only the masses. Zn Zn plus 2, nickel plus 2, nickel, which is incorrect for given cell. Is it electrochemical cell? Yes, it is. It is voltaic cell. Yes, it is. If you use the voltmeter. Galvanic cell, yes, you can say that if you use galvanometer. But can you say the Daniell cell? The answer is no, because it has to have copper as cathode, right? The next question is 1 mole of electron is based of AlCl3, AgNO3, MgSO4. So what ratio of Al, Ag and definitely Mg would be there? So if you pass 1 mole of electron, you get 1/3 of aluminium, because aluminium is +3. You get 1 of the Ag, because Ag is +1, and for Mg you get what? You get half. So if you take the LCM out of it, you'll get 2 and 6 and 3. That will be the ratio of moles, right? At what temperature ceramic materials behave as superconductors? Definitely 150 Kelvin temperature. At that, they'll act as superconductors. Which of the following mineral of iron is in the form of carbonate? FeCO3 कौन है? Hematite, magnetite is oxides, iron pyrites is sulfide, and siderite is definitely carbonate. Which of the following hydride is the most stable one? Ammonia, phosphine, arsine, yes, stibine, bismuthine. Definitely it is the NH3, which is the most stable one. All others tend to lose hydrogen easily. In which of the following pairs of phosphorus, the oxidation state of phosphorus is not the same? You can find out oxidation number, right? H3PO4, phosphorus has +5, H4P2O7, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5, +5, and +3. Look at this, H3PO3, odd है भाई, +3, अलग हो गया. Acidic strength. As the chlorine's oxidation state increases, the acidic nature increases. So where is HClO4? Perchloric acid कहाँ है भाई आपके पास? ये रहा, option D is going to have the maximum acidity, right? 1,2-dichloroethane, बाजू के कार्बन के ऊपर 2 क्लोरीन है. What do we call them? We call them vicinal dihalides. Polarimeter is used to determine blank of the compounds. What kind of configuration? Obviously, we want to find out dextro and levo, and not capital D, not capital L, not R, not S. Which of the following group of compounds are extinguisher, antiseptic, insecticide, and anesthetic respectively? First of all, the extinguisher is CCl4. Yes, that is true. CCl4 is the fire extinguisher. Number 2, antiseptic, the iodoform. Obviously, they are same. And insecticide. What is insecticide? DDT is insecticide, and the chloroform is anesthetic. POM, preoperative medicine. Which of the following alcohol has the highest boiling point? Butane-2-ol, 2-methyl-2-propanol, propane-2-ol. Propane-2-ol will be the least carbon compound. So boiling point उसका ज़्यादा कैसे हो सकता है? Butane-1-ol. The primary one has to have the higher boiling point in all the isomeric ones. So butane-1-ol is the primary. Which one is the major product obtained by hydrolysis of compound formed by a reaction between formaldehyde and ethyl magnesium bromide? If we are using formaldehyde, it is definitely going to give us the primary alcohol with how many carbons? Ethyl plus methyl, मतलब कि total 3 carbons. So propane-1-ol will be your answer. Option C will be your answer. Give IUPAC name for methyl salicylate. So methyl salicylate COOCH3, and the hydroxy group is there in the ortho position, right? So this is the compound. इसका आपको IUPAC name बताना है. Methoxybenzoic acid, 2-hydroxybenzoic acid, methyl 2-hydroxybenzoate. Yes, that is true. Ortho position पे hydroxy group है. Methyl benzoate, second position contains hydroxy. Instantaneous rate of reaction for this is equal to what? So it's going to be 1/3 minus 1/2 plus 1/5, minus 1/3 minus 1/2 plus 1/5. Option B is your answer. Definitely not the C. बाकी सब में तो 3-2 है, ये प्लस कर दिया है, इधर भी प्लस कर दिया है. In a reaction, if the concentration of reactant is increased by 9 times, and what is happening is the rate of reaction is increased by 3 times. 9 गुना किया, अगर 9 गुना होता तो फर्स्ट ऑर्डर होता, लेकिन 9 गुना किया सिर्फ 3 गुना हुआ, मतलब 9 रेस टू पावर क्या करेंगे तो 3 आएगा, तो रेस टू पावर हाफ, ऑर्डर कितना है 1/2. Which statement is incorrect for collision theory? The collision between the reactant molecule is essential. Yes, the collision of the reactant molecule should be from any directions. Should be from specific directions. There must be certain minimum energy for reactant experiencing collision. Yes, the reactant experiencing fruitful collisions are converted into products. That's true. So a specific direction has to be there. Option B would be your answer. The formation of association of colloidal particles by addition of electrolytes to form an insoluble precipitate. Insoluble precipitates, coagulation. Redispersible mass, flocculation. So it's definitely coagulation. Which of the following is used to prepare the colloidal salt by double decomposition? आप JEE ले लो, नीट ले लो, कोई भी NCERT ले लो, सब जगह पे डबल डिकम्पोजिशन का एक ही एग्जाम्पल होता है, आर्सेनियस सल्फाइड AS2O3 गोइंग टू गिव अस AS2S3. आर्सेनियस ऑक्साइड में से आर्सेनियस सल्फाइड मिलेगा बाय डबल डिकम्पोजिशन. Which of the following pair is similar magnetic moment? Cr plus 3 Mn plus 2, Fe plus 2 Mn plus 2, Fe plus 3. Yes, that is this one. Fe plus 3 would have 3d phi. Mn plus 2 will also have 3d phi. So both of them will have same magnetic moment. Okay. So there is the end of 2019 paper for Gutset. I guess it was a very easy paper for student to score marks, and I hope कि आपको भी आगे Gutset में अच्छे क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने का मौका मिलता रहे. सो द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दैट यू हैव इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू, आइए देखते हैं उस क्वेश्चन को. फ्रॉम द फिगर, इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग वेसल द प्रेशर ऑफ द गैस इज द हाइएस्ट, द टेम्परेचर एंड द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द गैस आर सेम इन ईच वेसल, राइट? So what you have is PQRS. There are 4 different gases: 1 mole of helium, 1 mole of sulfur dioxide, 1 mole of hydrogen, and 1 mole of CH4. And there is a equal quantity of charcoal into that as well. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं 1 ग्राम चारकोल सब में रखा गया है, right? And the question that is asked is, which of this will have the highest pressure? Any gas, when it is in presence of charcoal, what is going to happen? It is going to adsorb, right, onto the charcoal, and the charcoal, because the quantity is same, the adsorbent is same, it will depend upon the adsorbate. What kind of adsorbate we have, which one is going to get adsorbed more easily and in more quantity? The answer is sulfur dioxide will get adsorbed more quickly and in more quantity. The second one is going to be the CH4, the methane. Then between the hydrogen and helium, the lesser quantity adsorbed would be for helium. So it's very simple to say that the helium is going to get adsorbed to the least quantity, and that's why the pressure here is going to be the maximum. यहाँ पे pressure होने वाला है maximum, and you guessed it right. For the sulfur dioxide, it is going to be the minimum. So the answer here is the option A, which is P. Next up, which soluble complex is formed in the leaching process for gold? The reaction is very simple. It is the 4M plus 8Cn minus plus O2 plus 2H2O, as you already know, right? What will happen is it will make 4 times MCN twice minus, right? So this is the complex that we are looking for, right? And for gold, it is going to be AuCN twice minus 1. Option D is going to be your answer. It's very simple, right? Which of the following is the slag formed during the iron in the blast furnace? It's very simple. Iron, when it is extracted, we add calcium carbonate to it, right? Calcium silicate would be the slag which is formed, right? So calcium oxide and silicon dioxide will combine together and they'll form the slag, which is calcium silicate. Which of the following is the correct order? The stability, of course, HI, HBr, HCl and HF. I guess this is the correct order, right? This is definitely true. Acidic strength, as the chlorine's oxidation gets higher and higher, the acidic strength gets higher and higher. So HClO4 would be having the higher acidity as compared to HClO3, HClO2 and HClO. So definitely this is false, because HClO4 should have the maximum acidity. Ionic character, according to the Fajan's rule that we have already studied, right? Fajan's rule. Fajan क्या कह रहा है भाई? Fajan कह रहा है the metal fluoride will have the more ionic character because of the F minus being the smallest size, right? Due to the F minus being the smallest in size and M being the same all over, MF should have the most ionic character. So this is false. Mi is the most covalent. So ये गलत है. इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी, वैसे तो आयोडीन लेस देन ब्रोमीन तो सही है, लेकिन ये आपको पता है इलेक्ट्रॉन गेन एंथैल्पी के लिए दैट्स ओनली वन एक्सेप्शन फॉर हेलोजन. क्लोरीन इज गोइंग टू बी मैक्सिमम एज कंपेयर्ड टू फ्लोरीन, सो दैट इज अगेन फॉल्स, राइट? सो ओनली वन स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू एंड दैट इज ऑप्शन ए. In which of the following oxo acid of sulfur, the S-O-O-S is the possible one? So H2S2O7 is oleum, which will be S double bond O, dash O, double bond O dash OH. This is H2S2O7. This is H2SO4 plus SO3. As you can see, it has SOS but not having S dash O dash O dash, as we want the peroxyl linkage to be there. And H2S2O3, if you want to look at that, is double bond O, उसकी जगह पे हो जाएगा S, which is sulfur. यहाँ पे सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड जैसा ही दिखने वाला थायोसल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ ऑक्सीजन की जगह पे सल्फर है, राइट. एंड देयर इज OH group here and OH group here, right. So the Marshall's acid is the option A, which is S double bond O dash O S double bond O dash OH having the SOOS peroxy linkage. H2S2O4 on that side, H2O4 minus 2 is not possible kind of thing, right, and will not have peroxy linkage. That's why. Okay, the concentrated HNO3 oxidizes phosphorus into which substance? It's a very simple question. Phosphorus will get oxidized to the maximum oxidation number, which is +5, and so phosphorus will get converted into H3PO4. H4P2O7 is a diphosphoric acid, will not be obtained directly. Phosphoric acid के dehydration से आपको ये मिलने वाला है. So P4 plus HNO3 reaction is there in the textbook. You will get H3PO4. The divalent ion, which is the following element in aqueous solution, has magnetic moment 5.92 Bohr magneton. So that means we are looking for 5 electrons in general to be unpaired. If you look at the chromium, that's option A, 4s13d5 will have 6 electrons. 6.92 will be the Bohr magneton value. Cobalt on the other side is 4s2 3d7. 4s is obviously paired electrons, and 3d7, 5 orbitals containing 7 electrons will have 3 electrons unpaired. So 3.87 will be the Bohr magneton value for that. Fe on that side will be 4.90 Bohr magneton, and manganese, obviously 4s2 3d5 will have 5 electrons unpaired, which will be having 5.92 Bohr magneton. So that is option D, which is your correct answer. Although zirconium belongs to 4D transition series and hafnium belongs to 5D transition series, even then they show the similar physical and chemical properties. Physical and chemical properties are equal in both of these because of what? Because of an property called lanthanoid contraction. Lanthanoid contraction, right, causes these two, zirconium and hafnium, to have almost same radius. So look at the option, both have similar atomic radius. Option C will be your correct answer. Which isomerism is possible in hexaamine cobalt 3 and hexacyanidochromate 3? It's very simple. If you look at the compound, it is going to have 2 boxes. There are 2 boxes here, right? Hexaamine cobalt 3, so it is cobalt with hexaamine NH3 for 6 times, and we have hexacyanidochrome, so chromate, so यहाँ पे chromium होगा और cyanide होगा for 6 times. This is having -3 oxidation state, this is having +3 oxidation state. Both of them can change the ligands into one another, so thereby showing us the coordination isomerism. So where is coordination isomerism? Option A. It is not the linkage isomerism, it is the coordination one. Which of the following complex will absorb maximum wavelength of light? Okay, so maximum wavelength, you have to understand, maximum wavelength is proportional to inverse of stability. Right, that is what you have to understand. Stability, if it is higher, right, wavelength will be lower. मैंने यहाँ पे maximum नहीं लिखना चाहिए, सिर्फ wavelength हम लोग लिखेंगे, right. So maximum wavelength आपको कैसे मिलेगा? जिसका stability होगा minimum. So यहाँ पे आप देख सकते हैं options आपके पास कौन से हैं. Cyanide है और ammonia है. These are going to be the most stable ones, and in H2O and Cl, these are the 2 weak ones. But look at this cobalt +3 and we have cobalt +2. As cobalt +3 will be having 3d6 configuration and cobalt +2 is going to have 3d7 configuration. So that electron has to jump outside. It is going to go into outer orbits. So it decreases the stability. So wavelength is going to be maximum for the B option. Okay. The complex having the highest electrical conductivity in the aqueous solution under similar condition is equal to what? Okay, let's write down all the structures, all the formulas. Triaqua, trichlorido, cobalt 3. So cobalt plus 3 with trichlorido, Cl3, and we have got triaqua, H2O for 3 times. This, because it satisfies all the charges, it is not going to have anything outside. Penta aqua chloride, cobalt 3 chloride, so cobalt plus 3, penta aqua, which is going to be H2O for 5 times, chlorine 1, and because it is not balancing the cobalt's charge, there has to be 2 chlorines on the outside, leading to 3 ions when it is placed in a solution. Tetra aqua, let me write down here. So we have cobalt plus 3 with tetra aqua, H2O for 4 times, chlorine, right? It will be 2, and there has to be 1 chlorine outside since the 2 chlorine inside are not balancing the total charge of cobalt. And hexa aqua cobalt 3 chloride, so it is going to be cobalt plus 3 with 6 water molecules, right? The complex is complete, and with the 3 chlorine which is outside, this is going to go and give you how many ions? 4 ions in the solution. There is going to be 4 ions in the solution. There are going to be 2 ions in the solution. There is going to be 3 ions in the solution, and there is not going to be a single ion. That's a single entity actually. So no ions. So the answer is going to be the number 4. That is going to have maximum number of ions. So maximum conductivity. How many optical active isomers are possible for a compound of C4H9Br? You already know how many options are possible for this compound. First of all, the structure. This is 1-bromobutane. This is going to be our 2-bromobutane. Then we are going to have 2-methyl 1-bromopropane, and we are going to have 2-methyl 2-bromopropane. Right? As you can see here, there are CH3 groups here onto the same carbon, so they are not optically active. Again, same one. This one is also not going to be optically active. Here, the 2 hydrogens here will not make it optically active, and options ये जो आपको दिया है 2-bromobutane is going to have optical activity, क्योंकि यहाँ पे एक साइड मिथाइल ग्रुप जुड़ा है और एक साइड इथाइल ग्रुप जुड़ा है, एक साइड हाइड्रोजन, एक साइड ब्रोमीन. And the question, understand it very clearly, how many optical active isomers? If they had asked how many optical active compounds, it is going to be 1. But how many optical active isomers? So this compound will have 2 isomers. One is dextro, the other one is levo. So the answer has to be option A. Okay, R-Cl with Na and ether. Sodium with a dry ether is going to be Wood's reaction, and that's an alkyl component. 2,3-dimethyl butane. What is R- in the above reactions? Very simple compound, 2,3-dimethyl butane, right? So it is going to be CH and CH3 here and CH3 here. 2,3-dimethyl butane is made from a Wood's reaction. If you break down this, you will get the alkyl halide. So what alkyl halide we are using? We are using CH3-CHCl with the CH3. This is the 2-chloropropane. And the question here is, what is R-? What is R-? This R- is the isopropyl group. Option B is your answer. Okay. Number 14. 1 mole of a metal reacts completely with the alcohol to give 1.5 moles of hydrogen. What will be the valency of metal M? Let me give you a simple reaction. M plus alcohol gives you what? Gives you ROM plus half H2, right? In this case, the valency of metal is 1, and so it is releasing what? It is releasing half H2. So if I want to write down the reaction is 3/2 H2, what I have to do is I have to go for metal combining with the rest of the alkoxide, which are going to be 3. And so we are going to have ROH for 3 times plus metal. So as you can see here, RO is a -1 negative charge. So metal here is going to have +3 charge. So valency is going to be 3. Okay. Let's go for the next one. I guess you're not able to see this thing. So I'll just hide the text. Yep. So here it is. we have ketone and an ester NaBH4 sodium boron hydride. Sodium boron hydride is going to give you a compound, here, but what it will attack, that is what you have to first answer, right? So there is a ketone and there is a ester. NaBH4 attacks the ester, and that's why it's the simple answer. It's going to be your option A, right? Which of the following has the highest boiling point? Ethoxyethane, the ether that we are looking at, alkane, RH, pentanol, that is aldehyde, and pentanol, which is alcohol. So first two are not into consideration as well. The alkane will have the least one, and then we'll have the ether. More than that, we're going to have for aldehyde, and the same carbon aldehyde and same carbon alcohol, the alcohol has to win, right? So alcohol is going to have the maximum boiling point. Which reagent is required to convert cyclohexanol to cyclohexanone? Okay, so cyclohexanol, which is here, we have the OH group, and it has to get converted into the cyclohexanone, which is double bond O onto the cyclohexane part. Is it the ozonolysis reaction? Is it the PCC? It is anhydrous CrO3 or Debal H? First of all, it is definitely not an ozonolysis reaction. Ozonolysis of alkene gives you aldehyde, gives you ketone, but here we don't have alkene, we have just alcohol. PCC can oxidize the primary alcohol but not the secondary alcohol, definitely not giving the ketone from cyclohexanol to cyclohexanone. Debal H is actually a reducing agent and it's not an oxidizing agent. So obviously the anhydrous CrO3 is the good oxidizing agent that we are looking at. Okay, which of the following acid has to have the highest pKa value? So pKa, when it is asked, you have to understand the relation between the Ka and pKa. It's very simple. The Ka, if it is lower, then and then the pKa value becomes higher. Yes or no? So we are looking at lower acidity. Which of the following is going to have lower acidity? Is it nitroacetic acid, or is it a cyanoacetic acid, or is it fluoroacetic acid, or is it phenyl acetic acid or phenyl ethanoic acid? Definitely the donor group is the phenyl one. So option D is going to have the minimum Ka and so maximum pKa. Nitro, cyanide, fluoro are electron withdrawing group, right? And that's why they are going to increase the acidity and not decrease it. Number 19, there is a benzene plus CH2 MgBr with carbon monoxide and ether, and then we have the NaOH and CO. So first of all, benzene के ऊपर आपके पास है CH2 MgBr, मतलब के फिनाइल के ऊपर है मिथाइल ग्रुप और उसके साथ हमने MgBr जोड़ दिया है. You can say tolusyl magnesium bromide. If we go for carbon dioxide addition into this, eventually it is going to give hydrolysis and we are going to get benzene के ऊपर CH2 COOH, which is phenyl ethanoic acid. क्या है ये? Phenyl ethanoic acid. But after the decarboxylation reaction, which is just a removal of carbon dioxide group, what are we going to get? We are going to get corresponding aromatic alkane, aromatic compound, aromatic hydrocarbon, which is toluene. So in this case, it is option B, which is your answer. Okay. Which of the following compound has the least basic strength? There is another question. So least basic nature. If we have the alkyl group, if we have the R group, NNH2, RNH2 is going to be more basic as compared to ammonia, right? So ammonia ke comparison mein, this group, which is ethylamine, and this compound, which is diethylamine, is going to be way more basic. But in the aromatic part, it's not the R group, it's the AR group. In the aromatic part, it is going to be lesser basic as compared to ammonia. So it solves the problem. Least basic strength is going to be with the option A. If you want to write down the sequence, it should be B, उससे ज़्यादा होगा D, उससे ज़्यादा होगा C, और सबसे कम जो होने वाला है वो होने वाला है A. Yes or no? Clear? द सोर्स ऑफ नाइट्रोजन द गैब्रियल्स सिंथेसिस, ये आपको पता है गैब्रियल, इन्होंने क्यों नहीं लिखा गैब्रियल थैलेमाइड, बिकॉज यू विल अंडरस्टैंड द आंसर. गैब्रियल थैलेमाइड इज द रिएक्शन ऑफ थैलेमाइड. So there it is having the nitrogen which is it is giving, and that's why the answer is definitely option C, nothing else. The best reagent for converting 2-phenyl propenamide, actually it has to be propenamide, pina likha hai, and 1 phenyl 1 ethanamine, 1 phenyl ethanamine. So basically is, if you can see, there is 1 2 and 3 propenamide, CONH2, and we have a benzene group here, right? Can you see that, right? Benzene group यहाँ पे आपको दिया है, दूसरे नंबर पे दिया है, और बाकी सब कुछ हमने सेटिस्फाई कर दिया हाइड्रोजन के साथ. नाउ व्हाट वी नीड टू डू इज वी जस्ट नीड टू रिमूव दिस कार्बोनिल ग्रुप. द decarbonylation reaction, the decarbonylation reaction, right, is the Hofmann's reaction, Hofmann bromamide reaction. Here we can have bromine with NaOH, sodium hydroxide, or we can just have bromine with OH minus, or we can have NaOBr. These are aliases, मतलब कि इस तरह से भी लिखा जाता है इस रिएक्शन को. Okay, let's give T symbol for true and F for false statement. Select the correct one. Most naturally occurring amino acids have L configuration. That is definitely true. Most ones, right, we are talking about. The glycine will not be optically active. Okay. Beta D ribose sugar is present in RNA. That again is true. Deoxyribose will be in DNA. Amylose is water insoluble. That is wrong. Amylose would be the water soluble component. And all monosaccharides are non-reducing sugars. All monosaccharides are not. So that is false. So TTFF, right? Okay. समझ में आ रहा है? Option A is your answer. Which of the following are used in preparation of nylon 2, nylon 6? Okay. 2 carbon and 6 carbon. अगर आप कोई कंपोनेंट बना रहे हैं नाइलॉन टाइप का, मतलब कि यू आर डेफिनेटली इन द नीड ऑफ CONH ग्रुप विच इज अमाइड ग्रुप. सो इट हैज टू स्टार्ट फ्रॉम NH2 द कंपाउंड, एंड इट हैज ऑल्सो हैव टू हैव अ 2 कार्बन, एज यू कैन सी हियर, 2 कार्बन एंटिटी विच इज अमीनो एसिड. 2 कार्बन अमीनो एसिड इज glycine, right? So definitely option A and D are gone, and along with that you need a 6 carbon component. Phthalic acid on the other side is a 8 carbon component not having NH2. It's gone. Amino caproic acid will be your answer. It's a 6 amino hexanoic acid plus glycine gives you a 2 carbon and 6 carbon entity, which is nylon 2, nylon 6. What is Ziegler-Natta catalyst? Ziegler-Natta is chai plus TiCl3 or TiCl4. What is chai? मतलब के क्या है हमारा TEA? Tri ethyl aluminium. Ethyl group has to be for 3 times. Tri ethyl aluminium plus titanium trichloride or titanium tetrachloride. Right? Is it there? Titanium trichloride, and yes, TiCl3 and C2H4 for 4 times. This is wrong. This is TiCl2, which is wrong. This is twice. This is wrong. So definitely it is the option D, which is the correct representation. Which antihistamine drug is used to prevent the acidity? It's the cimetidine, ranitidine, right? Name the sweetener which is a trichloro derivative of sucrose. नाम में ही सुक्रोज है, sucralose. The deficiency of vitamin C is scurvy. Vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Easy. Which of the following statement is correct? Amorphous solids are anisotropic in nature. False. They are isotropic in nature. Silicon doped with arsenic is okay. Silicon doped with electron rich is N-type. So it's false. In the unit cell of rhombic sulfur, the axial distances are equal. यहीं पे गलत हो जाता है. A is not equal to B, is not equal to C, A is not equal to B, is not equal to C. False. बाकी तो आगे देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. In MNO, all the domains are arranged in the same direction. मतलब कि MnO is a ferromagnetic substance. Is it correct? Yes, that is correct statement. What is the fractions of Fe plus 2 and Fe plus 3 in 0.93? हो बहुत सिंपल, शॉर्टकट हमने दिया था. शॉर्टकट क्या है? If it is written that Fe is 0.93, subtract that 93 from 100, that you get the 7, multiply it with 2, 14, divide by 93 into 100, that is your percentage of Fe plus 3, right? Subtract that from 100, you get the percentage of Fe plus 2. So for the first one, obviously Fe plus 3, you're going to get 0.15. So 15% के आसपास आंसर आएगा. सो ये होगा आपका आंसर. और दूसरा वाला जो होगा 0.85 Fe plus 2. ध्यान रखना है आपको, यहाँ पे तो ऑप्शन ईजी था, लेकिन आगे पीछे भी कर सकते हैं ये लोग. मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ सॉलिड सोल्यूट that can be dissolved in a specified amount of a given solvent does not depend upon what? Okay, so if it is a solid substance, right, liquid solvent and solid solute, it will not depend upon pressure. Does it depend upon temperature? Yes, it does. Nature of solute? Yes, it does. Nature of solvent? Yes, it does. It does not depend upon the pressure. If it is gas, it does. If it is solid solute, it does not. The molality of a solution of any solute having 0.25 mole is equal to what? Okay, so molality to mole fraction, molality upon molality plus 55.55, that is a mole fraction value. Mole fraction is 0.25. इसको सामने ले जाओ. Let's keep it 1 by 4 m plus 1 by 4 into 55.55, right, is equal to m. Subtract the 1 by 4 m on this side, so we get what? We get 3 by 4 m is equal to 1 by 4 of 55.55. Cancel the 4, you get m value, which is 55.55 divided by 3. If it is a 54, it is going to be 18. So यहाँ पे आंसर होगा आपका 18.52. Option B is the correct answer. Osmotic pressure of 0.5 molar aqueous solution of acetic acid having pH 2 or 2 pH at the temperature T is equal to what? Okay, so since the pH is 2, the H plus concentration definitely is 10 raised to power minus 2 or 0.01 molar. H plus is equal to alpha into C, so alpha value is going to be H plus upon C, which is 10 raised to power minus 2 divided by 0.5. So it is 2 into 10 raised to power minus 2, or you can write down 0.02. Okay, now let's come to the I value. Alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. So I value is going to be n minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, multiply करो सामने, तो ये हो जाएगा 1.02. That is your I value. Let's go for pi. Pi is equal to ICRT. I is 1.02, concentration is 0.5 into RT, so that's going to be half of 1.02, 0.56 RT. Option, 51, not 56, 1.12 नहीं है, 1.02 है, so 51 RT. Option C will be your answer. On the basis of the given electrode potential, which one of the following is the strongest reducing agent? Okay, so what are the values given? They have given you reduction potentials. Find out the oxidation potential so that we can get the strongest reducing agent. So the oxidation potential maximum is going to be with this plus 0.76. So zinc is going to have the maximum reducing agent characteristics. Option D will be your answer. Otherwise, all others will be negative. For which of the following electrolytes the graph of lambda m versus square root of concentration gives you a negative slope? अगर slope की बात करते हैं तो definitely it should not have the curve. It should have the straight line, right? It can have different slopes at different points in the curve, but for a straight line it's going to be always equal slope. So it should be the strongest of all. इस चारों में से strongest कौन है? Acetic acid, ammonium hydroxide and water से strong होने वाला है sodium acetate. That will be your answer. On electrolysis of the aqueous solution of halide metal M, 1.5 ampere for the 10 minutes is giving you 0.2938 gram of metal. If the atomic mass is 63, then what will be the molecular formula of its halide? Okay, right? So first of all, let us calculate the Q value here. 1.5 ampere multiplied by 10 multiplied by 60. If you pass this, you get the quantity, which is 0.2938 gram. So if I pass 1 Faraday, which is 96,500 coulomb, what should be the quantity which is observed here? Which definitely will be your equivalent weight. Calculate karo, right? So 96,500 multiplied by 0.2938 divided by 1.5 into 600, right? Which is going to be what, 900. Okay, so almost how much? कितना आ रहा है देख लो, चेक करो. ये आएगा ऑलमोस्ट 31 के आसपास. सो 31 पॉइंट समथिंग आंसर आ रहा है आपका, विच इज़ योर इक्विवेलेंट वेट. और आपका एटॉमिक वेट जो होगा वो है 65, यस और नो, और 63 है. सो एग्जैक्टली उससे आधा. तो मेटल का वैलेंसी क्या हुआ? +2. साथ में होगा क्लोरीन फॉर 2 टाइम्स. सो MCl2 ऑप्शन बी आपका आंसर हो. क्लियर? In the presence of a catalyst, the heat evolved or heat absorbed. Now, when a catalyst is used, it does not change the delta H. It is just remaining it constant. So, it is option D, which is your answer. Which of the following graph has intercept equal to 0? Log R0 by R, log R, log K, and okay. So, first of all, log R0 by R, according to the first order equation, is equal to KT upon 2.303, and there is no intercept, plus 0. That means this is your answer. Just a second. Option A. Log R versus time t, so log R is equal to minus KT upon 2.303 plus log R0. So it is does having the intercept. Log K versus 1 upon T. So log K is equal to intercept log A, which is RNS constant ka log, minus EA upon 2.303 RT. And R versus time T, it's a curve, but it does have the intercept value at the start. R is equal to R0 into e raised to power minus KT. Okay, right? So that is your option A, which is your answer. The time required for decomposition of SO2Cl to the half of its initial value is 40 minutes. Okay. If the decomposition is of first order, what will be the rate constant? Easy question. आपको K पूछा है. K is equal to 0.693 upon the half-life, and the half-life is 40 minutes, right? 40 minutes, and the question is asked into second inverse. So let us multiply this by 60. So basically it is 2400. Can I write down 0.2400 and 0.693 and ऊपर चला जाए 10 raised to power 4 बन जाए 10 raised to power minus 4? Can you do that? Yes or no? Yes, you can. So 10 raised to power minus 4, लेकिन 2.88 होगा आगे, इसलिए आंसर है ऑप्शन C. Which of the following is a reversible sol? The one which is lyophilic. Is it AS2S3? No, it's not. FeO3? No, it's not. Gold? No, it's not. It's the gelatin which is the reversible sol. Okay? चलिए, तो मिलते हैं आगे किसी और सेशन में. थैंक यू सो मच. टाटा, बाय बाय.
छोड़ दे अब उदासी, तू है हमारी दुआओं में. रख हौसला अपना बुलंद, मंजिल है बस इन आँखों में. तू गिर कर भी संभल सकता है राहों में. तू चल पड़, पुरुषार्थ ही अब निगाहों में. जीतेंगे 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 जीतेंगे. लेवल अप, इरादा पक्का है. लेवल अप, मंजिल को पाना है. लेवल अप, और आगे बढ़ना है. लेवल अप, बढ़ते ही रहना है.